Hello and welcome back to the Reapers. Today we're in our I-16 Ishak and we're looking at using rockets. So the first thing we're going to do is go to the usual armament screen. At the time of making this, early May 2019, we have the RS-82 rockets available on 6 pylons on the wing, and that's all we have in terms of ordnance apart from our guns. Arm them up. While we arm up, we're just going to have a quick look at our controls. Out of interest, to fire the gun, we've got cannon fire, and to fire the rockets, we've got weapon release button. So we're going to have a look at our panel down here, our armaments panel. We've got this knob on the right, which is a safety. Left is safe, right is armed, and Stahl's going to need to talk us through the munitions selector knob.
Sure. So that selector knob has a lot of different positions. If you turn it in the top right, you should be able to see what position it is currently on, which is very useful since, particularly at the bottom ones, it's very difficult to see what it's actually pointing. Roger. So at the very bottom center we have 0, which is safe, and then we can see we have a couple of Roman numerals and a bunch of Latin numerals.
Yep.
So the Roman numerals are telling you how many rockets you're going to fire in the area to the right of that, or like clockwise on from that. So if you set it to Roman numeral 1, it is then every time you push weapon release, it is going to release a single rocket, and the weapon selector is going to move one step forward.
Yep.
It's always going to fire the rocket that is basically one step further. So you can technically select which rocket you want to fire next if you want. So if I want to fire a rocket on pylon 5, for example, I would set it to 4, and then I push the trigger, it turns to 5 and fires. So
Roger.
If I just set it to the Roman numeral 1, then it's just going to go through them one by one anyway.
Roger.
If I set it to Roman numeral 2, it's then going to fire 2 rockets each time I pull the trigger.
Yep.
And at Roman numeral 4, it's actually going to fire 4, but since you only have 6, it's going to be 4 and then 2.
Roger.
Now, people who have flown the M8 before will have seen something like this before. It's practically exactly the same thing, with one minor difference. First of all, you can actually turn this thing both directions, well, I guess 2 minor differences, while not being able to turn it all the way through. So if you turn it all the way to the right, you'll have to turn it back to the left again. And the second thing is, in the Mi-8, when you just turn it, you're also going to release or drop weapons. This is not going to happen here. Only the weapon release button actually releases anything.
Roger. Okay. Can I fire on the ground? Arm and fire on the ground?
Absolutely, yes.
So I'm going to turn it to arm. I'm going to press my weapon release. I've set it to II, so that is Roman numeral 2. Let's see what happens. Whee! 2, 2, 2. That's my rockets. Any idea about their... I guess you haven't had time to check out their ballistics. They're going to be relatively short range. We haven't decided whether they are anti-air or anti-ground. I guess it's a mixture of both. Light, very light armor troops, and probably useful against bombers as well.
Yeah, probably. I mean, you could definitely use it against soft targets. I mean, we're talking like interwar period here, or really early World War II. That's not anything particularly heavily armored you're going to engage.
Yeah, right. Okay, and just very quickly about the gun as well, we'll have a look at. Obviously, we've got our sight here, which comes on automatically. We've got a manual sight. If that fails, we've got our deflector. If we need a sun deflector there, and the cannon fire fires the guns. 900 rounds in the wing guns, 500 rounds in the fuselage guns. We've got 2 fuselage guns in the cowling there and there, a wing gun there, and a wing gun there. That's 4 times machine guns, which is 7.62 millimeters each. If a wing gun jams, we can recharge it with either left or right wing gun.
One thing we missed in the cockpit tutorial, I think, at the very top, like directly underneath this I don't know, cover above your dash, there's also charging handles for your cowling. It's covering up the dash.
I can kind of see it. So you can recharge the front guns. You've got a guy there, and there's another one going to be there, but that's going to be possible for me to get down the sea. So that's how we can unjam front guns. Lovely show.
Yeah, I mean, if you just put the mouse over it, you get the tooltip through the fuselage as well.
If not, you could always bind a button to it. Okay, that's fine. Anything else you want to add to the rockets or the gun show? It's all pretty simple, to be honest.
Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. There's really nothing else to say.
Right, go and shoot some bombers and jeeps and stuff. I hope you enjoyed that, and see you later.